Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel. This is Maria Guyan from Wild Fox Alchemy and I am an intuitive business coach here to help you manifest a successful, profitable business and to banish the blocks to your success as if by magic. Yay! So I'm here today to do your July 2021 reading. So let's get cracking and see what we've got in store for you this month. So we start with a Work Your Light deck, and this is by Rebecca Campbell, and I love these. This card is Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? And this is your overall energy for this month, Pisces. How can you mother yourself? Now, I'm just being guided by Spirit to say that in my experience, some of us don't have the best of mothers, and that we can be left quite wounded because of it. But the message that I'm being told to give you, and this is heavy right from the start, sorry Pisces, there's no gently getting into this. For some of you, you need to learn to mother yourself, to be the mother that to yourself that you should have had but perhaps didn't. And it is possible for you to mother yourself in that way. Right, Rebecca says, you are more held than you could possibly imagine, loved and cherished so dearly that if you knew you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens, let her rock away your fears, lay all of your worries, regrets, shame and guilt on her altar. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. If you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness and let her love away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind and soul. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit that you are. Remind yourself that you are doing your best and try not to carry it all on your own. You have got this and the mother has got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself, my dear sweet child of the earth. How can you mother yourself? And that is the message that I'm kind of really being told to give you, that, you know, just because you perhaps weren't mothered or loved the way that you should have been when you were a child, that doesn't mean you can't mother yourself. I have a blog post on this actually, and I might post it underneath this reading, which is about how you can hear the words that you always wanted to hear as a child and never actually did. And it might just help you with this if you are a person that is feeling like you were never really mothered properly, that you perhaps had a hypercritical mother or a narcissistic parent. And this is a reminder that you are loved, but it is also a reminder, and obviously I work with business blocks, and one of the business blocks is if you are unable to love yourself and take care of yourself, then maybe you will struggle to take care of other people in your business. And oh my god, this is so deep. Spirit is telling me that if you are a healer, if you are somebody who gives of yourself, and you are a wounded healer, a Chiron, that you need balance. You need to mother yourself in the same way that you mother other people, and quite often wounded souls will mother other people in an attempt to heal their own wounds, but it doesn't actually heal those wounds. It just shifts the focus. So if you're the sort of person that is very mothering towards other people and very healing towards other people, this is a stark reminder that you need to be balanced now, Pisces. That you need to really take care of yourself, because you can't give of yourself if you are giving everything away to everybody else and nobody's ever actually giving anything to you, including you. That sounds really complex, doesn't it? I don't know whether you can understand that. But that's the message that I'm kind of getting, that if you give everything of yourself away and keep nothing for yourself, eventually it will just drift away and you'll not be able to help people in the same way. You've got to replenish your own self-love. Is that it? Have I got that now? Yeah, okay. Whew, straight in. The spirit animal for this month is the beaver spirit. Lay a solid foundation. Okay. You will notice if you've been to my channel before that I've made a few changes. I've changed the angle that I film the cards at. I've taken the background music out because even that calmed my nerves. I think it was a bit distracting when I played the videos back and I didn't like it. So I hope you like this new layout better. I've also got some new videos with some new spreads coming up in August, so I hope you like those. Yeah, so anyway, let's get on with this reading before, before I go off down a rabbit hole. Your present, we've got a Tower moment, release, revelation, some catalyst for change going on. What's crossing you is the Six of Feathers, transition and insight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these cards over. We'll read them as a whole and we'll clarify some cards if necessary, but this is how we're going to go. Okay, so what is crossing you is something feels sad about letting go, which makes sense with this Tower moment. There is a change coming and you need to let go of something, but this Six of Feathers is saying to me that even though it's going to be a resolution, even though it's something that will move you to something better, that you are hanging on. You feel sad letting go of whatever it is that you need to let go of. Your subconscious mind, or the root of any problems you've got at the moment, is the Knight of Feathers. And he is an action taker, this guy. He's very focused, he moves forward, he gets on with stuff. He isn't just about thinking about stuff, he's about actually taking action on what you're thinking about. So we'll see where he fits shortly. Your distant past is the Hermit, contemplation and wisdom. This could be a childhood thing that has happened to you. It could be, when I say distant past, it's beyond the 3 to 6 months of the the recent past that we do. Now, this is obviously a life lesson that you've had to learn. This is about soul searching, contemplation, wisdom, that sort of stuff. So we'll see where he fits. Your recent past is the Hanged Man. There's a lot of major arcana energy going on here, isn't there, Pisces? This is about you in the last 3 to 6 months kind of just stalling, needing to have some patience, needing to take a step back. Again, there's a lot of letting go energy here in this particular reading so far. So what are you consciously focusing on? The Sun. Again, another major arcana. Pisces, this is... Every reading that I've done for July 2021 has been about massive transformation and change. It's been about bringing business into alignment with who you really are at soul level. This, I feel, is a similar theme, in that what you're being asked to do, or what you have been doing, is taking some time to consider what your perspectives are and how you want to move forward. Something has changed and you've got a lot of letting go to do, and I feel like this reading is all about letting go of the old and bringing in some new stuff, which is, you know, kind of where we're here with this beaver spirit, about laying at a solid foundation. Something is ending here, Pisces. And it could be that it's the ending of your business as it stands currently. Maybe the pandemic has ended it for you. If you've got a bricks and mortar business and the pandemic has just ruined everything, this could be you making a clean sweep of everything in order to start something fresh. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from a lot of this. You've not been happy. I don't feel like you've been happy with stuff for a while. It's just the feeling that I'm getting. In the near future, we've got the Nine of Crystals, which is absolutely perfect. This is all about you being self-sufficient, finding the security you seek, getting the abundance you want. It's about comfort, luxury. This is about somebody who's honed their skills to such an extent that what they make or create is perfect, and people see it and buy it. Your external environment is the Five of Crystals. This is about... well, in the perspective of your external environment, I think it's really telling you to start looking for new possibilities. I think this can be a lot about mindset, about a poverty mindset, a loss mindset, or, you know, having an abundance mindset. You have the choice. It's like this conflict between whether you choose abundance or lack. But it's also about seeing new possibilities and never ever giving up. Now, it could be that somebody around you is wanting to give up or has a lack mentality and it's kind of dragging you down a little bit, in which case you need to distance yourself a bit or try and help them pull their mentality out of the lack stuff and be a little bit more positive. Who knows? You have to let me know in the comments below what's surrounding you. Your hopes and fears, the Empress. You want to birth something new. You want the abundance. I do, yeah, I mean, this is all really about a clean sweep, about getting rid of what's no longer serving you and actually starting over, isn't it? Which is not a bad time to do that in this month, particularly with the new moon in Cancer coming up on the 10th of July. Maybe it's time for you to change business premises, to change business ideas, to perhaps have a reshuffle of staff or something like that. Just very, very much about letting go. And your outcome is the Justice card. This is about finding balance, about finding clarity as well. Truth and clarity, it says. So let's look at this overall message, and maybe we will clarify that Hermit, I think, and possibly the Knight of Feathers. Okay, so we've got change coming in with this Tower moment in the present. We've got this change coming in. Something needs releasing. You may have had a revelation. Something's come out that, you know, has jolted you somewhat. A lot of people are a bit wary of this Tower card, but I actually don't mind it, because for me, out of destruction, better things come, and that's been my experience, you know, all my life, that I've suffered some real terrible downs, but when I look back on those downs, they passed and something really, really great came out of it. You know, I mean, in the past I lost a business, but now I live in Spain. I have a business that I thoroughly love and enjoy, and I couldn't be happier. You know, I divorced my husband, my first husband, and you know, I thought it was terrible. I thought it was the end of the world. And then I met my soulmate, you know. So it's always about something really good coming out of it. And you just have to get through as best you can. Get through whatever it is that this Tower moment brings to you. And then we found that we have this obstacle, this Six of Feathers, that is getting in the way of things and could be holding you back a little bit. And I feel like there is a lot of sadness here, that whatever has happened that has created this massive change has left you feeling really sad. You know that it's the right thing, I think, to let go. But it's the same message, really, that you are going to move to something better. So try not to let this Tower moment get you down too much. You know, grieve for it. It's okay to grieve for a lost business or a lost product or a lost service, or, you know, something that hasn't worked out very well. You can grieve for that. But don't let it be long lasting, because you need to be looking forward to what is coming in. So we have this Knight of Feathers that is the root of the problem, or what your subconscious mind is focusing on. And as I say, my business as an intuitive business coach is about helping you banish any internal blocks to your success. Blocks such as lack of confidence, fear of visibility, not feeling good enough, not feeling experienced enough, imposter syndrome, all that sort of stuff. I am trained to help you to remove all those things so that you can move forward. And so in this position on my spread, this is all about what your subconscious mind is focusing on, because your subconscious and your conscious can be in complete conflict at times, and you have to undo one to fix the other. That makes sense. So we've got this Knight of Feathers, and he is all about taking a lot of action. So I want to know why we have this guy in your subconscious mind. Why are you focusing on taking so much action? What are you focusing on, Pisces? What is it that is your focus, that is perhaps the root of a problem, or is perhaps in conflict with your conscious mind? So Spirit, can you please clarify this Knight of Feathers for me? Why is he there as the possible root of a problem? Right, this keeps happening to me. I've ended up with 4 cards on this one. And it started off with the moon, and the moon is shedding light. The moon often comes up in this subconscious position because obviously she fits with the subconscious mind. This is what's going on inside. This is sometimes what you are imagining, what your perception is. This is, you know, shining a light on your fears. So you're taking all this action and focusing, and I wonder if you're doing that because you think it's going to fix all the problems that you've got. If you feel like doing more is going to help you shift this tower moment of change. Maybe you're trying to save things and it's just not. Maybe you're trying to save everything or cling to everything, and you know really in your heart of hearts that you shouldn't, but you're having a go anyway. I also got the Three of Wands, and he is about watching your ships come in. He's about making plans happen. He's about having the confidence to move forwards. But then we got the Seven of Swords, and this is about taking what is helpful and leaving the rest. It can be about deceit, and it can be about self-deceit. But you can see here, you know, he's carrying away 5 of the swords and he's leaving 2 behind, but he's still looking back at them. He still looks back at them. I think perhaps the conflict here is, if you look at these cards in order, I'm just going to put them down like this. You've got this subconscious awakening and a light being shone on how you're feeling inside, subconsciously, deeply. And you are busy looking out. You are exploring where you're going to go from here, how you can make the plans happen. This can represent self-confidence, but I feel like you're lacking a little bit of self-confidence actually. But then we get to this 7 here of Swords. He's trying to look forwards at what is coming in, but you are also looking back at what you're leaving behind, and that is causing you a block. And then I have the Queen of Swords here, and she is very much about perception again. She's a boundary setter. She sets personal standards, but she's also very focused on the future. She's also looking towards your future there. And I feel like this is where there's some sort of conflict going on, because you understand that this is happening. You can't prevent this change from happening. It's either already happened or it's happening, and you are extremely sad about it. You know, there is a level of sadness over what is happening, and you understand that. So part of you is looking forward and trying to be positive and look forward and think, well, how can I make this work? How can I move forward from here? And taking a lot of action on this as well. I mean, let's not forget this Knight of Feathers underneath. You're taking a lot of action trying to look forward, but then at the same time, you keep harking back to what it is you've lost. So there's this jumping about between, oh, I'm looking forward, it's great, I'm going to confidently move forward. Oh, well, I'm going to take these bits because these bits worked, but they didn't work, and that's not worked, and I have to leave that behind, and now I feel sad. Oh, but now I need to look forward to the future again. You need to focus more on the future and try not to be looking back at what you've lost. Just keep remembering that something better is coming in. You know, like I said earlier, you can grieve without a doubt. You know, there's no problem with you grieving for what you've lost. There's no shame in that. And of course, you know, business is hard. You put a lot of work into it. You get emotionally attached to it. So, you know, there's no harm in taking time to really kind of just let go, grieve and let go. So we come back to this distant past, which in this particular layout I call what needs healing. And it can be the childhood, or it could just be the distant past. And we've got the koala here, the hermit. And he's in contemplation, he's thinking very hard, he's learning, he's soul searching, he's in a bit of solitude really, he likes to be alone while he thinks about stuff. Now I'm not sure what he's doing there either, so I'm going to clarify him. What happened in the distant past, Pisces, that means that the Hermit is in that position? What do you need to heal? Is it loneliness? Is this tied to the Star Mother, where you need to mother yourself? Because in the distant past you've always felt like you've been alone. You've had to do everything in solitude. You never felt supported. You have the Death card there, which again is about changing, endings, letting go. Change is inevitable. The Death card's another one to appear with the Tower. Some people will be having a meltdown right now. But yeah, this is about change being inevitable and having to let go of things. Maybe you lost your mother, Pisces, is that it? Maybe it wasn't maybe it wasn't that you had a mother that wasn't supportive, but maybe you lost your mom. Oh, I just want to give you a big hug now if that's it. Somebody out there lost their mum very young and has felt alone and very isolated ever since and unsupported. But you can mother yourself. And Spirit is telling me that your mother's energy is all around you all the time, that mothers never leave their children, never. And that love between a mother and a child it cannot be destroyed, it's never broken, that they're always there, they're always supporting you, she's watching over you. I'm going to pull another card on this, Pisces. Oh, it's so sad. This just made me feel so sad. But then at the same time, like I say, there's a reminder there that she's always around you. You are never alone. And you can ask her any time for guidance. I've got the Queen of Pentacles now. And she is all about comfort. She's about prosperity and nurturing. She is also indicative of a working mom. She contributes to her family, she cares for her family. Okay, I'm going to take a little moment there because I feel like there's a lot of this mother energy in this reading, and I am just trying to understand why in the distant past. For some of you it could be that your mom worked and you felt isolated. Yeah, I think these are different messages for different people. For some of you, your mom is no longer here and you feel unsupported. For some of you, your mother worked very, very hard and was not there for you. And Spirit wants to tell you that your mom wanted to be around for you, but she had to provide for you financially and therefore perhaps wasn't as emotionally available to you as she could have been. You know what it's like, you work hard, you're tired. Maybe she wasn't really as supportive as you were hoping. And now I have the Chariot, another major arcana card. This is about making a decision, being in control, focusing, discipline and determination, again about taking action. I wonder if you tried to get over a lot of your problems by burying yourself in your work, and that is what is happening now. Yeah, I feel like your response to a lot of this has been about being accomplished, about trying to bury yourself in work to avoid dealing with what needs dealing with. And this could be what is going on with this subconscious focus, that you are sad to let go, that everything, you know, you're grieving for whatever this is that you've lost out of your business, and you're focusing on work to hide everything. This is where you put your focus, that you sink yourself into work to avoid the grief and loss that you've suffered in the past, either with a mother that was never around for you or wasn't a particularly supportive mother, or with a mother that actually passed away. Okay, so in the recent past we have this Hanged Man, and he is about taking a step back. He's also about letting go. It's time for you to let go, and I think you know that it's time to let go, but you still are struggling with it. There's still an element of you not really wanting to let go because you have loved what you've been doing, and letting go is hard for you. So then we move into this Nine of Crystals in your near future, which is really quite optimistic there. And this Nine of Crystals is all about you, you know, sort of finding your abundance, finding your security, being self-sufficient and independent, learning to live without this mother figure. And I say this in a, you know, I don't mean it in a harsh way. You know, you've learned to live without a mother that passed away. That's, I mean, we all have to move on eventually, and I don't know how raw this is for you. It could be, you know, you lost your mother in childhood and felt alone, or maybe you've lost her recently and you feel alone. But this is about moving forward into self-sufficiency and recognising that although you've lost something and you're grieving, that you can move forward, you can be independent, that you can function without that mother figure in your life. I'm going to just pull another card on that one and see what her message is. I've got the Wheel of Fortune there, which is about seeing opportunities, about cycles actually, about understanding that, you know, maybe life, the wheel does turn. We start at birth, we end in death, and that's the way of it. We can't really stop the world turning, can we? But it's about change now, about positive change. We've had this Tower moment that, and the Death card here, that were maybe about a less than positive change, even though we know that positive things will come out of it. But this is a more positive change. I feel like if you can learn to let go, you can learn to mother yourself, you can learn to move forward alone. You are a strong person. I keep being reminded to come back to this about building a solid foundation, and I'm being told that, you know, perhaps you need to speak to somebody about some of these feelings as well. I'm going to go back to this Sun card, your conscious focus, which is on vitality and joy, enthusiasm, freedom, success, etc. But I feel in this particular reading that this is more about the achievement side of it and the success side of it, that this is what you're consciously sinking into your work, because you want to avoid the emotional feelings that are going on around the loss of business or feeling unsupported. I hope this is making sense to you, because got the Page of Wands to clarify that one. And this is a message for you about personal development. It's about being free-spirited. It's about discovery. And I feel like this wand, this Page of Wands messenger, is trying to help you to focus now on moving forward. And having the belief, Spirit tells me that you need to believe that you can move forward, because if you believe it, it will happen for you. You have to believe in yourself and have some faith in yourself that you can be independent and that you can move forward. So the Five of Crystals in your external environment, this, as we ascertained, is more about the mindset that you have. It's also reminding you to never give up, and it's reminding you to look for external opportunities. There are new possibilities. With every ending there is a new beginning, and Spirit is telling me that your opportunities and possibilities are all around you now. You just need to open your eyes and look. And then we have your hopes and fears, which is the Empress, and you are hoping to birth new things. She again is a very maternal figure, and I do feel like she's linked to all this mother energy that's going on, that you hope that you will not be perhaps the same way that your mother has been with you. You hope that you can move forward. But I do feel like this still is a message that, you know, you can birth new things and move forward, that abundance is coming to you. I don't think you've got anything to worry about. I think you've got a lot of stuff to work through here, Pisces. I think there's a lot of grief and a lot of pain to work through, but I think once you do that, This is all about opportunities and abundance. And I think this projected outcome with the Justice card about clarity and truth and balance, which is what you will end up with in the end. I think you will recognise that you are able to move forward. You will recognise your own potential, and you will recognise that you can mother yourself. Please clarify this Justice card for me, Spirit, please. Please clarify. Whoa, what have we got? We've got the Nine of Fire, the same as the Nine of Wands here, which is about being close to the finish line, about never giving up. It's about feeling challenged or feeling a bit sorry for yourself, but you can move forward. And the next card that came out to clarify that was the Fool, which is a whole new journey for you. It's about a new beginning. It's about a new adventure. It's about taking a leap of faith and moving forward. So although I feel like there's been this massive change, this massive upheaval for you, that you can move forward. You can move past all this, but there needs to be some healing, and you need to learn to mother yourself. Part of my work is in soul healing, and what I tell people is that nobody's ever really gone, whether alive or dead, or, you know, moved across the world or whatever, or just out of touch. They're never really gone, and you can always connect with their energy at soul level. And this is what my soul healing journeys are about. Quite often, if somebody's hurt you or harmed you or abandoned you, or, you know, they've passed over and you can't speak to them anymore, you can journey to a place in your mind where they are there, and you can tell them what needs to be said, and they can talk back to you. And I know that's going to sound really woo-woo, but it's true, and I find great comfort in it. And a lot of my clients find great comfort in being able to say what they need to say to the people that they have been unable to say things to for a long time. You can get a lot of closure out of it and a lot of healing out of it. And I feel like if you've lost your mum, and this is why you're feeling very alone and isolated and unsupported, that a soul journey to visit with your mother might be what you need, so that you can hear her tell you what she thinks of you. You can hear her tell you how proud she is of you, of how she's still around you, of how she loves you. If you're interested in that sort of thing, please do let me know, and I will talk to you about it further. But anyway, Pisces, I'm going to leave that there for now. I just want to send you a massive virtual hug, because this has been quite tough, and if, you know, this loss and grief is difficult, if you want to talk to me about it, I'm available to do so. All the details are in the description below, and I will see you next time, Pisces. Have a really lovely month of July, and I hope you find the healing and the abundance and success that you're looking for. I'm pretty sure you're going to do that if you just lay this solid foundation of how to move forward after all this kind of upheaval. But it all works out in the end. You have a new start waiting for you, Pisces, so don't ever give up. So this is me signing out with love and magic always. Until next time.